MISTWEAVER monk is so much fun right now in the raids, and he just have unlimited mana supplies and he's pumping so much. So let's have a look at him. I'll start with the stats, then talents, then variety gameplay, rotation, whatever. Look at the cooldowns and a little bit about damage on the end. So let's start with the stats. Definitely haste is most important stats ever. It's usually most important stats in many healers. And what this haste doing is making us be able to have as much renewing mist as many targets and to squeeze as much vivifies during our casts. And that spreading also matter with your kicks, and kicks are scaling with your haste. Of course, you need to clear them as much as possible. So yeah, haste is most important. Second stat, it's a critical strike. We are going full ham on that. Mastery could be 0 because we are not healing. It will do some healing, but our raid healing style is have nothing in common with mastery, and mastery is even a single attack anyway. It will do something, but it's also not important. So when we cannot have something to haste or critical, it's just put it to versatility. So haste the best, critical second best, and what cannot be haste or critical should be versatility, not mastery. Let's see the talents. There is not many things you can change. This one is quite good for almost every situation in the raid. If you want a stronger cocoon, so choose the calming constants, but you will sacrifice duration, or you can sacrifice mana talent completely. If you just don't need mana, you just don't need mana, and you can choose also the second one over here. But we usually now, even with the still this season set bonuses, we have so much mana. We probably don't even need that one, but like we probably don't even need the mana tea, but yeah, it's useful. But you can choose if you really are struggling with mana, yeah, choose the life cycles, you will have more, but I recommend that just play with the energizing brew because it's just making drinking tea faster and a little bit more mana, but mainly faster, because otherwise you are drinking a long time and you can spend that time healing, you know. So just choose the right one just if you are really struggling with the mana, but that shouldn't be the case. If you want exactly these talents, there will be a link under the video. Let's go straight for the rotation priorities or whatever. So I will tell like what it's about. The monk heal in raid. You are spreading as much renewing mist as possible, and then you are just blasting Vivify, and Vivify heals all allies with the renewing mist active for set amount of healing. And this is the most what we are doing in the raid. So let's check it ability by ability. First of all, we should prepare our Ger Serpent statue. It should be ready before you pull the boss. It won't reset, it will stay there. You can place it under the boss, it won't pull anything, so it's safe to be exactly under the boss. And its range is more than 40 yards, so don't worry about like Sarkar at the room. Just place it in the middle and it's reaching to whole circle. So just to the middle and forget it. On reset to pull. When you wipe, then it's reset, so place it again. It's for 15 minutes, so you don't need to replace it. There is no boss you are fighting for 15 minutes there. So, and if you have some bosses, like Echo is good one because there you have walls and you can always replace it. So on boss like that, it's a little bit annoying, but when you move to a new room, you need to replace it because otherwise it's not healing. It's not healing through walls. So take care about when you are on Echo. Then our main king in raids, we are spreading renewing mist. Renewing mist is oh, it jumped away. Couldn't show you the buff. Renewing mist is healing something, definitely. It will do some nice healing. But when you're using Vivify, then it's healing the targets for renewing mist, and that's why it's so important to have them out. It's also regenerating our mana a lot and increasing healing of Vivify. But it's absolutely crucial to have as many as possible on as many targets as possible. It's jumping, always is jumping on a low health target when it's healed somebody who has 100%. So when you're just spamming Vivifies, they will start jumping to heal other targets. So it's not, if like 5 people are full and you have there, don't worry, they will immediately jump on damaged targets and you are not over healing that much. You'll be over healing a lot with the monk, but that's how it works. That means always you have some stacks, just use it and perfect. If you want to use it, it's combined with the T to extend duration more. So you have it, should track or just really pay attention to where you have new stacks to apply as soon as possible. Then our next priority is rising some kicks. Why it's so important? Now it's not healing, it's not dungeons, we are not doing healing from damage, but it's increasing duration of your renewing mists. And another thing is placing new renewing mists on target. That one is short duration, but we can just keep kicking and will be extend duration even that. So that's another way how to have more renewing mists on the targets when we spam our Vivify. Then next priority is enveloping mist. Enveloping mist we are not just casting. Oh, we want to heal a little bit more. No. Enveloping mist we are casting only on 2 occasions. One occasion we were using Invoke Euron, the J Semper. We click it, and then our enveloping mist is costing 50% less mana, and so we will just start spreading it around. And what is that doing? Enveloping mist then, of course, it's nice heal. It's increasing our healing on the targets. That's 2 nice things, but mostly important, even our Euron when it's out, he will use breath on 6 targets. So we need to cast it like at least 3 times. So the breath is on whole rate. And it's a little bit. If you have not mythic, you have even more people, so you can cast it more times. And another thing what it's doing is applying another renewing mist on the targets, same as your Rising Sun Kick. That's another huge thing what we should do. So that's one place when we are casting, when our Euron is out. And the other situation is when we just drink our mana tea, we have 50% decreased mana consume, and there is good window just to cast few of them. It's not like we can use it only for that, because Euron is only decreasing mana cost of enveloping mist, but our mana tea is mana decreasing anything, so doesn't mean you need to cast enveloping mist there. So enveloping mist is absolutely huge, healing a lot, increasing our healing. If you have our Crane out, or is not Crane, J Serpent out, he's healing a lot through that too. And we should cast not whole duration, you will run out of a lot of mana. Previously, when I didn't know what to do, I was just taking him out and I was casting even 10 times. It's not like it's completely bad, but do you want to extend even that enveloping mist, and you want to extend that renewal mist you are getting from that cast. So if you just keep spamming it, the first one will just disappear and it's nothing important. So what I was checking logs and also from practice is about 5 casts. That's actually ideal. You will cast it 5 times, then you click the T if you have it, extend one duration of there, and then you have fast reset of your kick, and so you can just blast 2 kicks. 2 kicks is enough to extend full duration of enveloping mist, and you immediately extend durations of that renewal mist you get from that casting of enveloping mists. So yeah, just cast it about 5 times and then just keep kicking, and after that you can continue with your Vivify spam. If you are doing all of that, but we still have like just 4 renewal mists out, we are just continuing kicking. We need some little bit more hots out to be worth it to spam our Vivify. Of course, when some single target is dying, of course, go for it, but this rate usually is AoE. And so we still don't have enough. What is enough should be at least 6, ideally 10 plus. On some bosses I can keep 15, like Magma Oxide. It's not bad to keep, or not hard to keep 15, because you are always next to the boss and always you need to heal. In that case, we are using Rising Sun Kick, but then we are starting to use Blackout Kick. And when Blackout Kick is on cooldown, you can use target spam from Blackout Kick is use it more times. In comparison to dungeon, it's not so important to use target spam first. So if you just in order, Rising Sun Kick if it's on cooldown, Blackout Kick if it's on cooldown, target spam kick, and you're just kicking, and then your Rising Sun Kick will increase duration and will apply a new one. So this is what we are doing with our, let's say, free time, or doing some times you don't need to heal, you just keep kicking to extend your duration, of course. Of course, we are casting between that, the new ones, when they come. So now, we want to heal, and we have enough renewing mists applied. What we are doing now, this is our main trick. That's what we are doing here. So, we start casting Soothing Mist on some most injured target, ideally, and then we are clicking Vivify. It's instant cast, and it's sharing through all the hots. That's why we are spreading those hots. While casting Soothing Mist, it's instant cast is one thing, but other thing, we are getting stacks. We are getting stacks of Cloud Focus. So that's a 20% increase Vivify healing and 20% decrease mana cost. Vivify healing increase is not so important because this is set amount, it's not like percentage of Vivify healing, so It's not really important to have increased healing, but it's important to have mana cost. So that's why it's not only instant when you're casting Soothing Mist, but it's also decreasing your mana cost of Vivifys. So then we choose target, and we are casting Soothing Mist, and we are blasting instants. And I have already some HOTS there, so you can see. Oh, I think this is just Soothing Mist spread. Sorry, I don't see you have some renewing mist on the targets, but it's easy to spread. Bam, it went there. Then I'll start overhealing this guy, and you can see now it's 40,000, 30,000, 26,000. That's all our Vivify casts, and that's our main healing. So everything we are doing about is, of course, an enveloping mist is healing something, and Soothing Mist is healing something, and the new mist is healing something. But this is our main heal. We have a lot of HOTS on the targets, and then we are just Soothing Mist on some target and blasting spam Vivify. We don't want to interrupt it as soon as possible because we have decreased mana cost of Vivify. That's why some monks so cost effective, because set bonus, mana tea, and this one. And then a little bit few details about some extra thing you can squeeze in your rotation. When you are running somewhere, you lose some target, you have every 10 seconds you have free Vivify. Not free, instant cast, it's still costing mana, but you have a lot of renewing mist on the targets, or somebody is lower health than others, you just can click it when boss just moved and you have half second running to him, or whatever reason you are just running. It's nice thing to do, just click it, or just like little bit damage to the raid. It's not really worth it to just start spamming Vivifys. Just click it when it's instant, whatever, something little extra. And there is similar thing with Essence Fonts. It's not really worth it, it's costing so much mana, it's not healing that much, and also it's proccing a lot of Mastery, but we are not playing on Mastery, so that means this is definitely not important. But if we don't have melee target and we just need to move, like you are fighting Assault and boss just jumped and you are running to second phase, there is nothing to hit, somebody need to heal, so that's what you can do. Because you need to run, you can just stop and start casting Soothing Mist. So it's something you can do, you know. Now our cooldowns. First of all, I'll start with a T. It's 30 seconds cooldown. We are using it very often. We want to use it on cooldown. And if you have 2 stacks of renewing mist, just use it on 2 stacks of renewing mist. Usually you don't have 2 stacks because you use it on. You want to use it as soon as possible, so you have as many uptime of renewing mist on as many targets. In that case, you will use 1 stack on renewing mist, and second stack you will use on rising sun kicks, so you can just cast it almost immediately second time. Then we have life cocoon. That's usually to save somebody, but of course you can just put it on tank non-stop and you will get your health per second. So if you are padding healing, just put it on tank. If not, wait on somebody who is much lower health than others, use it on him. We already mentioned this boy, but it's again our Yulon J Serpent, and when we are using him, of course we get some shields on 5 targets, and then we are casting our enveloping mist that is 50% decreased mana cost. We'll cast above, let's say above 5 times, and then we'll follow with our kicks. He will even use his breath on 6 targets, that's healing over time, so that's also an important part of that cooldown. So use him, you will get random shields on 5 targets. Sorry, not random. Then you have decreased mana cost on enveloping mist, so cast it at least 5 times. Don't need to cast more, and then follow it with your kicks, so extend duration of enveloping mists, and that renewing mist that also was casted. You also got that one because when you cast enveloping mist, you get new one, renewing mist. This cooldown is only 1 minute, so we want to use it as much as possible. Another one is Revival or Restoral. Usually we are using Restoral in the raid because we don't want random dispels, but it doesn't matter. It's healing exactly the same. This one difference is Castella Vaston, and the Revival is just dispelling. So when you're playing some bosses, you want to do dispels. When you're playing like Sarkaret, there is 1 dispel, and you don't want to randomly dispel that because you are healing. So if you are not planning to be dispelling AoE, just take Restoral. But otherwise, it doesn't matter which one you pick. It's just your choice. But it's better to not do random dispels like Sarkaret because you can wipe your whole group. But it's just a huge overall heal for everybody, and it's instant one. So Raiders dropped. There is something to heal. Everybody got a little bit damaged. Instant click. Sooner than everybody else will use their cooldown. Oh, somebody's casting Tranquility. Oh, some Holy Priest is casting him. Nah. Click, and it's there. So yeah, it just raid cooldown. AoE heal for everybody, nice number, and instant. So other healers will be sad when you click it, and when there was planning to heal themselves. Then we have our new play toy, it's Mana Tea, and so we are going passively stacks when we're just healing. We are spending our mana, we are getting stacks, and when we have at least 10 stacks, maximum stack is 20, but we should drink about 10 stacks each, because for each stack we are getting, of course we are getting mana back, but that's quite obvious because it's Mana Tea, and we're getting effect of 50% decreased mana cost for every 1 stack of tea we drank. That means we should drink about 10 seconds, then we have 10 seconds buff that every our activity is costing 50% less mana. So of course we are drinking it for increase our mana, but also to decrease mana cost of next ability. So when we drink that, we can use it for casting a little bit enveloping mist when we are just preparing for some burst damage, or we can just keep doing what we are always doing, just casting soothing mist with Vivify. We will just spare some mana anyway, because of course this one is saving our mana when we are getting stacks by casting soothing mist, but still mana saved, mana saved. So you want to prefer drink just 10 stacks, because 20 seconds is a little bit too much. You will have too much break when you are drinking that mana, and that buff is too long to be completely to be used at 100% duration of it, because just to spam abilities for 20 seconds you need to kick between that, and there is not so, you know, mana heavy, but still need to do that. It's just costing your global cooldown at the time, because you need to extend your duration of HOTS, something like that. So yeah, 10 seconds is 10 seconds, 10 stacks of drinking is so optimal, and try to use it before you do some more just healing blast. So we use that 50% mana decrease buff. And then we have some also healing cooldown. It's funny, but our teleport is our healing cooldown. Why? Because when we teleport, we are getting 50% decreased mana cost on Vivify that is casting on ourselves. So this is actually healing cooldown. It was much more important when we didn't have Mana Tea. Now we have Mana Tea, so our mana is unlimitless almost. But still, you can use this trick. I think you can just use Mana Tea for the exactly same reason, and you will be good, because now we have that ability too. But before that, it was much more important. So let me tell about you. And when you teleport, don't click it again. And that 10 seconds you can click like return to previous location instantly. Your Vivify healing is increased by 25%, not so important, and is refunded 50% mana, and all of that when you're casting yourself. So after you jump, click Soothing Mist on yourself and spam your Vivifys, and you will be saving under 50% of mana cost. It won't be like 60 and plus 50, so it will be 0 mana cost. It will be like 80% mana cost reduced, because you will have 60% from the casting World of Warcraft during Soothing Mist. And on the end, I usually talk about damage, but we are doing damage already. We are using kicks to spread HOTS. So, but yeah, if you even have HOTS, you have small raid, you have HOTS on every single target. You just keep kicking your basic rotation, rising, sunking, back kicking, and target spawn. It just in case there is AoE, of course, you can do your helicopter button spinning crane kick, but it's usually just on assault. Usually it's not worth it on assault, something on echo, but DPS will take care. They want to do high DPS, so they will definitely go ham on AoE. So just keep kicking Minima, so that will do more damage. If you want me to see playing Monk in the raid, there will be some raid video link under this one. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.